here today to do our weekly devotion. And this week the subject's the cost of following Christ. And we're going to read out of Luke 14:25 through 35. Now large crowds were going along with him, and he turned and said to them, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which one of you, when he wants to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who observe it begin to ridicule him, saying, 'This man began to build and was not able to finish.' Or what king, when he sets out to meet another king in battle, will not first sit down and consider whether he is strong enough with 10,000 men to encounter one coming against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is still far away, he sends a delegation and asks for terms of peace. So then none of you can be my disciple who does not give up all his own possessions. Therefore, salt is good. But if even salt has become tasteless, with what will it be seasoned? It is useless, either for the soil or for the manure pile. It is thrown out. He who has ears to hear, let him hear." The hating of the parents, the brothers, the sisters, wife, children, is a repeating theme that you hear through Christ's ministry. And it's not so much hating them for being God's children, but it's hating the worldliness of who they are and who we are. You know, it even ends there. If you don't even hate your own life, we must strive to be more like Christ every day in our lives. And if we aren't willing to do that, then we can't be followers of his. The taking up the cross was very evident to people of that time. In Rome at that time, when you were killed, you were forced to carry your own cross in submission to Rome. And it was an example to others that you will submit to us. And that was a submission of force. And Christ used this example constantly, and that he wants us to submit to him, not out of force, but out of love and desire to follow him. It's a submission of will. It's almost like military. Those who enter the military and move on and follow the commands and complete the missions, they are doing it out of a submission. They submit to a higher power and they follow that. Many scholars have gone on the building of the tower and not being able to complete it, and going out and facing leaders at that time. One of the leaders of Rome was set out to build aqueducts, and he ran out of money before he completed it. And some scholars believe it's because he could not get to the money that he was expecting to take from the the Jewish temple at that time. And but yet it's a great example to us on how we need to measure the cost of what we do, not only in following Christ, but in our everyday lives. But in this example, it's about, if you're going to follow Christ, he's saying, you need to know the cost. And the cost could be giving up our lives, being ridiculed, losing our jobs, our careers, because we would rather follow Christ than to submit to the worldly ways. And he finishes up with salt losing its saltiness, and For me, this brings back a memory of having to gargle with salt water, and it has a strong, powerful taste. Um, but if it didn't have its saltiness, it wouldn't had the effect. And many times as a child, we had to do that when we had sore throats and whatnot. The salt wouldn't have had the effect. And what that means for us is we're to be salt in this world. We're not to be like everybody else. We're to be like foreigners who reside in this world, being effective for Christ. And even, all of us, including myself, including Tammy Joe, we have to sit and ponder, how effective are we? Has the world crept into our lives and reduced our amount of effectiveness? And like Christ ended this with the people, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. This scripture has meant a lot to me, and in our times, I see how I need to be more effective. And I hope this helps you in your daily walk. This is Chucky Boy and Tammy Joe from Mountain Valley Home Goods. We just hope you've been blessed with this. Please join us for the after discussion with myself and Tammy Joe. And you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Just look for us out there. We're out there. We're looking for more avenues to where we can encourage other Christians like ourselves. May God bless you.